목요일날 오후 4시 반이 됐습니다. 옹기산 가서 우레공원에 싹 걷고 와서 막걸리 한 잔 먹고 딱 했더니 좋습니다. 주력 리딩을 약 1시간, 그 다음에 한 30분은 오늘 뉴욕타임즈 계속해서 한번 올려보겠습니다. Body Mind, Current Theory, Post-End Experience, and Ancient Belief. Exciting reading. She reported that if the walls had not been there, she would have moved farther still. The achievement habit. Stop wishing, start doing, and take command of your life. Always certain, often wrong. We always ask, who are the people we are solving the problem for, and what do they want and need? Living successfully with screwed up people. That agenda is expressed in, I can do it myself, and I want my way. A proven system to simplify your life, double your productivity, and achieve all your goals. Set a goal to cut your expenses by 10 or 20% over the next 90 days. Make cost control and cost cutting a regular part of your life. No matter how much you earn. Inner wisdom, meditation for the heart and the soul. I look within my centered space and see the part of me that is pure spirit, pure light, and pure energy. Master your debt, slash your monthly payments, and become debt-free. And there are some smart new strategies and products for paying off college loans you may already have. "50 Success Classics." He even bought land in the Transkei with a view to moving back home. Love Psychology, a practical guide to successful dating and a happy relationship. To help you clarify your thought, try this simple flow chart. Worst case, they say no, and it causes problems in the friendship. Bipolar Disorder, Chapter 14, Working Out and Eating Right. In this chapter, steering clear of easily accessible stimulants and depression. Shut down, how COVID shook the world's economy. And then in January 2020, disease actually arrived. You can make it happen. A 9-step plan for success. Non-verbal messages. Are most often misinterpreted. The 20-something Guide to Getting It Together, a step-by-step plan for surviving your quarter-life crisis. Maybe you like the sensitive guys for a reason, So don't shut that part of yourself down so quickly. Hillary. Yemen, a tribal society that had been ruled since 1990 by a strongman named Ali, was plagued by violent separatist insurgencies, an influx of Al-Qaeda, the linked terrorists, widespread unemployment, dwindling water supplies, dreadful child survival statistics, and counterintuitively, a surging population that was expected to double in the next 20 years. Portable coach, get that promotion you deserve. 28 surefire strategies for business and personal success. We all grow. Unlock the power to think differently. The Doodle Revolution. Goal of API Grid to break down and display elements of the presentation. So these are the granular. Information can be used for constructive or combinatorial creativity, aka the mashup or remix during the heuristic ideation technique. Rewire your anxious brain. How to use the neuroscience of fear to end anxiety, panic, and worry. Perhaps it's the presence of your boss, the sound of people raising their voices, or a situation in which you need to speak before a group. The 6 most important decisions you'll ever make. A guide for teens. One safe rule of thumb is only date the people who respect your standards and make you a better person when you are with them. Consider the message of the movie, a work to remember. Attitudes 101. What every leader needs to know. Can attitudes be changed? The key to having a good attitude is the willingness to change. How rich people think. If you are going to take gambles, you must have one thing: self-confidence. Using Revolt, make a major motion picture from Dimension Films, starring Michael Cera. Yes, you are said that the app. You are intelligent, beautiful, and a great writer. The craving mind, from cigarette to smartphones to love, why we get hooked, and how we can break the bad habits. Behavior indulgence in sensual pleasures lead to reward, which set up the process for its repetition. Work rules, insight from the inside Google that will transform how you live and lead. Set up onboarding check-in once a month for your Google's first 6 months. the winning attitudes, your key to personal success. Then ask him to do for you what you cannot do for yourself. This must happen in your life. Place the changes you seek in attitudes, thinking, and behavior at the top of your prayer list. Ask God to help you do what is possible to bring about effective change. 성경책이다. 성경책이. Sticker shock. The day you realize you are worth the millions. Leveraging competence and success in the car business, sales, and life. Always ask for their business. Always ask for their business, always. It amazes me how many salespeople go through the whole sales process, spend hours with their customers, and never ask for their business. Linchpin, are you indispensable? Great work is not created for everyone. If it were, it would be average work. Extraordinary results begin with one small change. Whether you think you can or think you can't, you are right. Henry Ford. Marketing made simple. A step-by-step story brand guide for any business. Before you begin the writing process, keep in mind a few common mistakes clients make when it comes to crafting a lead-generating PDF. The attractor factor. The real reason the Titanic sank. I've repeatedly used Neville's method in my own life to help me on the Larry King television show, to help me prepare for a presentation where I spoke after Tony Robbins and before Donald Trump, to help me write books like the one you are reading right now. The third culture kiss, absolutely brilliant, will quickly become the most sought-after book in the international expatriate community. So how then can we and the new community move from the desire to establish ourselves in our new community to actually accomplishing it? Men, women, and the relationship, making peace with the opposite sex. Do I choose to deny myself, or do I choose to lose love? 14 principles to grow your business like the Amazon. Keep in mind, Amazon is a data-driven company. When you answer a question, your focus should be on the question asked. Ensure your answer is well structured and provide example using metrics or data if applicable. Reference recent situation whenever possible. The positive shift. Mastering mindset to improve happiness, health, and longevity. For example, researchers in one study put people in an fMRI machine to measure brain activation and then asked them to think about receiving money themselves or donating money to a charitable organization. Dare to ask. Ask your friend, ask your parents. Most of all, ask yourself, questioning attitudes and morals, putting deeply held belief to the test. This the provocative bestseller is a deceptively simple tool for self-discovery. The future of money, how the digital revolution is transforming currencies and the finance. At a minimum, legal tender laws will need to be updated to encompass digital central bank money. Decide and deliver 5 steps to breakthrough performance in your organization. There is no formula that suits every situation. Each company has to develop guidelines that matches business definition, management philosophy, culture, and strategic objectives. The next America, boomers, millennials, and the looming generational showdown. And the 2012 Pew Research Center survey found that religiously unaffiliated Americans are less inclined than Americans as a whole to feel that it is very important to belong to a community of people who share your values and belief. 28% of the unaffiliated say this is very important to them, compared with 49% of the general public. Barking up the wrong tree. The surprising science behind why everything you know about success is mostly wrong. As famed psychologist Albert Ellis once said, self-esteem is the greatest sickness known to man or woman because it's conditional. People with self-compassion don't feel the need to constantly prove themselves, and the research shows they are less likely to feel like a loser. 2030, how today's biggest trends will collide and reshape the future of everything. Each of the technological wave of disruption is accompanied by the illusion that technology can liberate us from our problems, small and large. Competence, how winning streaks and losing streaks begin and end. Misallotted or squandered resources, low productivity, and declining external investment combine to produce financial as well as political crises. Invent and Wonder, the collective writings of Jeff Bezos. A third inward innovation is our virtual contact center. The success journey, the process of living your dreams. When you ask an employee why he didn't meet a deadline, He points his finger at someone else or sight circumstances beyond his control. And we won't even talk about all the lawsuits in which people blame others for their problems. The Jekyll and Hyde syndrome. What to do if someone in your life has a dual personality, or if you do. Most narcissists are oblivious to others and to the feelings of others. Work, a deep history from the Stone Age to the age of robots. Sheep and goats. Sheep and goats are tasty and have rich fat. The 5 levels of leadership, proven steps to maximize your potential. But if you don't do it, you will never help your people reach their potential. Nor will you create a team of a championship caliber. Because the internet, understanding the new rules of language. The initial way of hanging out with your friends online was the aforementioned late 1990s instant messaging program like AIM, MSN, or ICQ. The organized mind, thinking straight in the age of information overload. The value of limited local autonomy and the exercise of discretion by the subordinate is not a recent development in organizational strategy for companies or for the military. Rising strong, how the ability to reset transforms the way we live, love, parent, and lead. 8. The EG mark. Rumbling with need, connection, judgment, self-worth, privilege, and asking for help. Principles. To have an idea, meritocracy, put your honest thought on the table, have thoughtful disagreement, abide by agreed upon ways of getting past disengagement. The 7 habits of highly effective teens. Renewal. Habit 7, sharpen the soul. It's the mid time. Keep hope alive, kid. You'll move mountains. Keep hope alive. Think about someone who irritated you. What is different about them? Social media marketing, latest tips and trends. You will learn new information from potential customers, from groups in your industry, and from those people you meet along the way. Don't sweat the small stuff for teens. Simple ways to keep you cool in stressful times. Then with the shock we realize we have to live in the house we have built. Ask, and it is given. learning to manifest your desire. When you desire something, then you do not believe it possible. You are not in alignment. The power of positive attitudes, discovering the key to success. Positive attitudes encourages improved performance, encourage people to think creatively, and provide an environment in which they are not laughed at or criticized when they do. Mindset, how we can learn to fulfill our potential. The answer is that they are not entirely selfless. The resilience factor, 7 keys to finding your inner strength and overcoming life's hurdles. The couple then get entrenched in an escalating battle of meanings that leave no room for empathy or constructive problem solving. Enlightenment now, the case for religion, science, humanism, and the progress. The possibilities for theory and discovery are limited only by the imagination and include the origin and the spread of ideas, networks of intellectual and artistic influence, the contours of historical memory, the waxing and the waning of themes in literature, the universality or culture specificity of archetypes and plots, and patterns of unofficial censorship and taboo. 30 lessons for loving. Keeping the spark alive. In marriage, there has to be a spark there right from the beginning, the capability and the desire to share experience and to find empathy in the person you are with. Knowledge and power, the information theory of capitalism and how it is revolutionizing our world. The heart of what technology wants is a huge generalization. The technium can really only be understood as a type of evolutionary life that can be traced back to the life of an atom created in the fires of the Big Bang. Outside the box, how globalization changed from moving stuff to spreading ideas. This basic financial consideration, finding the least costly way to make and deliver the goods, drove decision about organizing value chains. We go together. Korea does not follow this general rule. All the coffee shops are in one area, all the wedding shops are in another, etc. So I found that very interesting, but also convenient as well, because it allowed me to have different options to choose from all in one area. Grow the pie. How great companies deliver both the purpose and the profit. Investors turning stewardship from a policy into a practice. Chapter 6 presented the evidence that stewardship by investors. Through both engagement and monitoring grows the pie. The 80-20 principle, the secret to achieving more with less. Get more done by doing less. Already hundreds of thousands of people have discovered how the 80-20 principle can help you. Find the shortcut in any situation. Make the most of those few lucky streaks when you are in your creative peak. Calm down, work less, and identify your few most valuable goals. Focus on the things you excel at and enjoy, and cut out the rest. 50 successful Harvard application essay. What worked for them can help you get into the college of your choice. Of course, each piece was unique in its own way. Brilliant answers to top interview question. Climbing the ladder. Show them you are the right person for this job and that you are ready to climb the career ladder if you want to. The science of success. The secret to getting what you want. If you are to get well and stay well, you must drop the idea of doing things because they are good for your health and do things because you want to do them. Born for this. How to find the work you are meant to do. Whether everyone wants a job like Leon's may be up for debate, but there's no doubt that he's found the work he was born to do. Bag the elephant. How to win and keep big customers. Why so generous? Money talks. How to make $1 million as a speaker. There are some super beautiful principles in the field, all of whom I would trust with my wallet and, more important, my reputation. The longevity paradox. How to die young at a ripe old age. Chapter 11, Longevity Paradox, Supplement the recommendation. The meaning of supplement. Several of my colleagues in longevity take the prescription drug metformin. And some at least talk about, and may secretly take the organ transplant anti-rejection drug rapamycin. The latter for its non-direct suppression of mTOR. Rules of the game. Rule 7. Whatever in the way is the way. Suddenly I found myself unable to focus on a word he said. The wisdom of loss. That doesn't have to be you. You can always choose to engage with that loss in such a way that it empowers you rather than smothers you. Net positive. How courageous companies thrive by giving more than they take. Guide policy to enable net positive outcomes, such as working on incentives for more environmentally friendly packaging and recycling, or accelerating specific climate change legislation. Aging Well, a smartly important book about human development. Everything about it is profoundly, provocatively new. Cotton Mather and T would understand. The demographic clip. The chart is used to scare people into thinking that the US dollar is going to hell in a handbasket and into thinking that their wealth is being taken away by governments and by never-ending inflationary policies. The greater the warming, climate change, and the rise and fall of civilization. New Zealand enjoyed a temperate climate very different from that of Polynesia. Yeah, small talk. Build a better business relationship through successful conversation. My goals. Make a personal connection. Talk about personal and family matters. Deepen relationship. Opening up. Keys. Ask yourself, am I able to share and exchange personal details in small talk? The riches within. You are perfect practice for meeting. Those who already believe their action can positively affect the organization just needed to know they are working on a project that could help the organization achieve its goals. The riches are within. Once that you are done, not while you are writing, but after you've spent about 10 minutes getting it all out. Look at the list you've created and see if there's anything in there that's junk. What should I do with my life? The true story of people who answered the ultimate question. Ski bums, working with your spouse. She liked it. Didn't get itchy, didn't think much about what the life was adding up to. Good economics for hard times. Another provider, the U.S. charity More Than Me, got itself embroiled in an egregious sexual abuse scandal. There was no miracle cure. Starting a food truck business, everything you need to succeed with your kitchen on wheels. Do whatever works. Do whatever works for you, so long as you see the job all the way through and inspect it afterward. Inspired destiny, living a fulfilling and purposeful life. How to deal with it. The future depends on what we do in the present. In this chapter, I'll cover the 9 most significant emotional challenges you may experience along the way to fulfilling your inspired destiny. How to lead a team of do-gooders. People seldom improve when they have no other model but themselves to copy. The 6 most important decisions you'll ever make. Remember, very few of us wind up marrying the people we dated in high school. Protect yourself at college. Dating wheels on campus. An argument could also be made that having a car on campus could actually keep you the safer. Who killed the creativity, and how can we get it back? 7 essential strategies to make yourself, your team, and your organization more innovative. This is demonstrated by the fact that when you drop some function on one side of the brain and allow the other side of the brain to develop a specialization, the ability to utilize more function is enabled. Models. Attract women through the honesty. This is honest living. The obstacle is the way. Inside, he struggled to manage a heavy burden that often felt impossible to lift. The word solution. Using breakthrough brain science to turn stress and anxiety into competence and happiness. You might even want to invite your tongue so open and puddle in your mouth and to relax deeply and be comfortable. Puddle. 100 ways to create the wealth. Invest your mental energy. A single idea, the sudden flash of a thought, may be worth $1 million. Popular proverbs and the sayings. Over 1,500 proverbs and sayings with 10,000 illustrative citations. Money isn't everything. Money isn't everything, but lack of money isn't anything. Material things aside, we need not advice, but approval. The only dumb question is the one not asked. Say English golden words. The past is the worst predictor of the future. How to be everything. A guide for those who still don't know what they want to be when they grow up. For each potential good enough job you identified, ask the following question. How many hours of my week would this job occupy? Proverbs, more than a reference, designed as a learning tool for the study of English. The darkest hour is just before the dawn. Things already seem at their worst just before they begin to improve. The darkest hour is just before the dawn. After a storm comes a calm. The bread never falls, but on its butter side, buttered side. Change your brain, change your life. The breakthrough program for conquering anxiety, depression, obsessiveness, anger, and impulsiveness. When Rusty is drug-free, there is markedly increased activity in the left temporal lobe. Decisive, how to make better choices in life and work. But this crude approach saves lives, and it exhibits an admirable humility. We engineers know that we'll be prone to overconfidence, and it's not possible to render ourselves immune to it. So why not just collect for it? The Everest Principle, how to achieve the summit of your life. Everest superfoods for energy and brain power. Let's start with some basics. Don't fire them up. Motivate yourself and your team. A must read for everyone who realize that people are the most important resource in any organization. The trouble was that when a complaint was logged, it was too late. Different, escaping the competitive herd, succeeding in a world where conformity reigns but exceptional rule. I'm not kidding here. Cracking the success code. And that is why I succeed. You have the ability to do and be anything that you desire. With hard work, faith in your divine source, and confidence in yourself, you will crack the success code. Persuasive presentation, inspire action, engage the audience, sell your ideas. Section 5 slide. At our studio, we don't write our stories, we draw them. Making the most out of every day, regardless of what life throws you. Let it go already. The mind is slow on running what it has been long in running. Brilliant stress management. How to manage stress in any situation. If you expect a meeting or interview to go badly and to put you under pressure, then your brain will spot every expression, every choice of words, and every action that could be interpreted as hostile and bring it to your attention, drowning out all of the neutral and positive comments or acts. The miracle of your mind. Are you ready to unlock your true potential? A manager bound by his beliefs, opinions, training, and environmental influences. Empty planet, the shock of global population decline, an ambitious reimagining of a demographic future. Although Australia and Canada bring in more migrants as a share of their population, the United States dwarfs all others in terms of the absolute volume of legal immigrants, typically around 1 million people per year, more than twice as many as any other country. Dwarf. How to learn any language fast and never forget it, fluent forever. Alternatively, you could make a different kind of fill in the blank and copy the format of your word form cards from earlier. How we learn, the surprising truth about when, where, and why it happens. Levin was a star in the emerging field of social psychology, who, among other things, was working on a theory of behavior based on how elements of personality, different say or aggressive tendencies, played out in different social situations. Life strategies for teens. When you just read were essentially our tapes, the thought that we automatically have about guys, girls, teachers, and parents. Yeah, limitless the mind, learn, lead, and live without the barriers. The study showed on an international level that taking a memorization approach to learning does not lead to high achievement, whereas thinking about ideas and relationship does. Win at work could succeed at life. 5 principles to free yourself from the cult of overwork. When we talk about the double win, we mean having freedom to prioritize what matters most to you in all the important domains of your life. The personality code. Unlock the secret to understanding your boss, your colleagues, your friends, and yourself. With 16% of the population being sponsors and 13% architects, almost a third of us hold one of these 2 personality types. Get motivated, overcome any obstacle, achieve any goal, and accelerate your success with motivational DNA. Part 3. How to raise positive, self-motivated children. Your best year yet. 10 questions for making the next 12 months your most successful ever. Powerful goals are simple, clear instruction for you and your awareness. Summary of guidelines for powerful goals. Goals must be specific, be measurable, be time-framed, start with a verb, be appropriate, result to a process of the goal. better than before, mastering the habit of our everyday lives. We were getting dressed one morning when I saw him contemplating himself in the mirror. I've lost several pounds, he said. He didn't need to lose weight, but I'd noticed that he was looking leaner. Why men don't listen and women can read maps. The main chemical released to give you the elated pinnacle feelings of being in love is PEA, phenylethylamine, which is related to amphetamine and is found in chocolate. Control your destiny or someone else at will. Control your destiny or someone else at will. Toward positive youth development, transforming schools and community programs. Children are under pressure to excel in every step along the path to a good college education. Eat that frog. 21 great ways to stop procrastinating and get more done in less at a time. Rule. It is the quality of time at work that counts and the quantity of time at home that matters. Stress less. Calm your body, slow aging, and rejuvenate the mind in 5 simple steps. Since then, a database is worth of research from around the globe on subjects from mice to undergraduate to elderly housemate has buttressed the claim. Social support is good for your health and increases the longevity. Housemate. Eating disorders for dummies. You can't measure pain on a scale. Ability to tolerate having the focus on your own needs. You may find this surprisingly hard in a group situation, especially when you are aware of others who may want the spotlight at the same time. Going solo. The extraordinary rise and the surprising appeal of living alone. Others include being childless or living far from your children, being sick, particularly if the illness leaves you homebound, being depressed or struggling with another mental illness, and being poor, which increase the odds of facing nearly all the risk of winding up old and alone. The power of your subconscious mind unlock your master key to success. An outstanding physician solved the problem of diabetes. Some years ago, I received a clipping from a magazine describing the origin of the discovery of insulin.